Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Easy 23. And, we've just went through 23 easy to put together membership programs that can make you great money on pretty much autopilot for the most part. Now, what I want to do is I kind of want to transition this training into traffic. And I just want to talk about traffic because, I've ran several membership programs now, guys, and it really doesn't it doesn't do a lot of good to have a membership program if you don't know how to get people in it. So one thing I want to say before I start talking to you guys about traffic, and some of those methods and some of those program ideas that I gave you above, you'll notice I was talking about launching products. So I felt like it would be in the spirit of this course, in the spirit of giving you maximum value to help you succeed, I wanted to give you some training on, creating and launching products. So what I've done is I've included a product in this course called Launch Levels. It's called Launch Levels Volume 1, and it's kind of a case study that I did of my first 5-figure launch. So that's included in this course. So down below in the bonus section, you're going to see membership dawns. You're going to see the drive in the bonus section, which is the first 2 parts of this trilogy on membership sites. Sorry about that. And also you're going to see Launch Levels Volume 1 down there as well. I don't know, probably a couple other goodies I haven't thought about yet. I'll probably put a couple other goodies in there for you. Maybe I'll drop some goodies in there during the launch week. I don't know. I'm sure there'll probably be more goodies in there than just those 3 things. As I think of them, I'll drop them in there. So anyways, guys, that being said, I wanted to give you some training on creating and launching paid content. Anyways, that being said, let's talk about traffic. Let's get on with it. Go ahead and set our handy dandy timer here for 15 minutes. Isn't this cool how Google's got this timer to set here you can use, and they got a stopwatch and all this other stuff. That I think they got a calculator and everything else. It's pretty amazing all the stuff they thought of. So anyways, cool. Let's get into module 6. And this Easy 23, guys, I gotta tell you, let me just throw this out here really quick. So do you see how 23 is black, and then it's got the white right there, and then this red right here? Check this out. I want to show you guys something. This is pretty cool. So if we go to images. You see that? See that jersey with the black 23 and then the white around it? And then that color red are the Chicago Bulls. So I was kind of, when I put together the Easy 23, I was kind of going for that look. I didn't really get the font right with the number in the jersey, but I thought, I don't want it to be too much of a nod, just a little bit of a nod. So I went the color scheme with the black and the white and the red over here. But I'm not really a Chicago Bulls fan. I'm more of a Cleveland Cavs fan. But I do love Michael Jordan. He's one of the greatest basketball players of all time, if not the greatest basketball player of all time in the NBA history. So anyway, little shout out to Michael Jordan there with the Easy 23. Just wanted to let you guys know about that. I don't know if it matters or not, but I thought it was kind of interesting. Little fun fact for you there. Let's get into traffic. All right, so this is module 6, guys. You wonder why I go over 15 minutes. This is why, man. This is why it happens. Talking about Michael Jordan and this freaking membership program. What is happening here? All right, guys. This is module 6. What you'll see here is a little diagram. So this crazy, weird rocket science diagram. It's not really rocket science. It's not even really that complicated. What you'll notice, this is a business model for Epic Conversions. Epic Conversions is my publishing company, and this is the business model for Epic Conversions, okay? Now, what you'll notice is traffic comes from a blog, goes to my email list. Traffic comes from YouTube, goes to my email list. Traffic comes from Facebook, goes to my email list. Traffic comes from paid traffic sources, also goes to my email list. Now my email list sends traffic to my membership site, which makes me money. So these arrows are in green. My email list sends traffic to my product launches, which makes me money. The arrows in green. My email list sends traffic to affiliate promotions, which makes me money. So that arrow's in green. You'll notice when I launch assets, like when I launch products, you'll see a green arrow going from there to my membership site. And the reason you see that is because I put my membership program in my funnel of my product launches. So when people buy my products, they're also going to get offered my membership program. So that's why we got a green arrow going from here to there. This right here, blog, goes to membership program, because when people visit my blog and read my content, there's also a banner on the side, on the right side, for people to join my membership program if they want to. Okay, so that's why we got an arrow. But if you notice this whole thing, if you notice at the center of it is my email lists. Now this is a true business model for what I do online. Okay, now I tried sketching this business. You should have seen what this looked like in 2016 when I first started this company. You should have saw what it looked like. It didn't look like this. I was mistaken. And you know what it was at the center of my business? This blog. I thought this blog right here represented the core of my business. This was my business. This was my website, epicconversions.com. Everything happens here. Okay. Fun fact about epicconversions.com. It's not just the blog. All the products I release, they're also based on epicconversions.com. So epicconversions.com houses all those products, and it houses my blog, and it houses my 2 membership programs. So everything happens on epicconversions.com, but it's not the core of my business. It's like way over here on the side. Okay. The truth is, the email list, after running Epic Conversions for a couple years now, I've come to realize that the true core of my business is my email lists. All right. And the reason why is because I know from experience now where the money comes from. Okay. The fact of the matter is I can drive traffic from a blog. I can drive traffic from YouTube. I can drive traffic from Facebook. I can drive traffic from paid sources, but that traffic does not convert well. It doesn't. It just doesn't convert very well. The highest converting traffic, I mean traffic that will get me paid and make me money. The highest converting traffic comes from my email lists. It also happens to be the cheapest form of traffic, because if I pay $100 to put 100 people on an email list, and I promote something to them that costs $10, and 5 of them buy, then I made $50. Now the traffic only cost me $50. I just made $50 back. But if I promote to them next week and 5 of them buy something else, now the traffic is paid for. I just recouped. Now, if I promote to them the week after that and 5 of them buy something else, now I'm making money. Now I'm getting paid for the money I spent to get leads. You see what I'm saying? After just 3 weeks, it recouped in that example, and I was making money. But see, the more I promote to that list, like the less that traffic costs me. It gets cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. So now the goal is to put them on an email list and to keep them there, right? So how do I do that? I do that by writing emails that are entertaining, that also give actionable content, and pitch. So they have to have some entertainment value. They have to give a little actionable content, and they pitch, right? So by sending out email that have value, I keep those people on my list, right? Because do you understand, when you look at this business model, the biggest asset I have is my email lists. That's the truest asset I have. And if you think about what a membership program is, that's just a list of customers that are sending you money every month. Membership programs are just essentially email lists, but they're paid. They're paid email lists. That's all this is. They're a group of people on a list signed up to pay you money every month for a certain benefit, but still it is just a list. So truthfully, this membership programs, they could be right here in the center too. They're just more email lists. So this is the core of the business. And I wanted to show you this first before we started talking about traffic, because I want you to understand, when it comes to traffic, 90% of the time, my goal is to push traffic at my email list. And I do the majority of my promotions on my email list because I have better results that way. I mean, it's about like, it's crazy. I mean, like if I look at a promotion that I will do, like 80% of sales will come from an email list. You know, I have 16,000 people subscribed to my YouTube channel. Yet if I do a product review, maybe like 10 sales will come from the YouTube product review, and like, 100 sales will come from the email list, right? People will literally watch the product review on YouTube, then go back to email and read the email and purchase through email. So that's how big of a deal it is. People literally make buying decisions through email more than they do like on YouTube. There's a lot of theories I could give you as to why I think that happens, but they're all just theories. The truth is, I don't know. But the facts are the facts. I've been doing this for years now, and 80% of my revenue comes from email transactions. So that's why my business model looks like this, and this is truly the way it is, okay? If we have a business and we know that the business doesn't survive unless it makes money, then whatever makes the money is the core of the business. It's the engine that makes the business go. So everything else must, orbit that one thing, and in the case of Epic Conversions, it's the email list. And I would say if you look around, you're going to find that 90% of the businesses you find online are also being driven by email lists. So just keep that in mind, guys, when we start talking about traffic. All right, so let's go ahead and move on into this discussion. Generally, there's two kinds of traffic that you can get: paid and free. Okay, paid and free. So here's what the deal is. With free traffic, when it comes to traffic, when it comes to getting traffic to do what you want it to do, generally you have to do some type of audience building, right? You have to get them to know, like, and trust you at least some type of way, okay? Now with free traffic, generally you do that before they get put on your email list. You do it in the form of free content that you might put on YouTube or you might put on Facebook, and they see your free content and they're interested and they start liking you and they resonate with you in some way. So you build that rapport with them first, and then you send them to an offer, and then you make money. Now, if you use paid traffic, what happens is generally they don't know, like, or trust you. You put them on an email list first, and then you work on audience building. You know what I mean? You work on building that following after they're already on your list. You do that in the form of like engagement email series, stuff like that. Like a series of emails where you just basically send out good content, where you tell stories about yourself, about, internet marketing. Those stories have actionable content in them. Those stories have lessons in them. They have takeaways. They're funny. They basically just make you a real person and get people to like you. Those are engagement series, and that's what you send paid traffic through on an email list. And the reason you do it is because you have to warm them up. You cannot make money off of cold email lists. And cold email lists is what you have when you drive traffic with paid traffic. Okay, so let's get a little deeper into this. With free traffic, I have experience in a few different ways with free traffic. These are my three big ones. Okay, blog. And blog, basically it pulls traffic in, right, with SEO methods. So like basically you put blog articles out there, and then like you rank for search terms in Google or Yahoo or Bing or whatever search engine. Most of it's just Google. I think 77% of the searches in July were done using Google. So Google owned 78% of the searches were powered by Google, I think, as of August 2018. So that's a lot, man. That's like 80% of the market share for searches. So pretty much Google, can you rank on Google for search terms, pull people in organically to your blog, they end up where? On your email list, right? Now, if you want to think about like free traffic like that, I can tell you, if we go to epicconversions.com and we look on my my blog, I can tell you that you notice I only have one opt-in on my blog. You'll notice I have one opt-in on my blog, and that is this light box that pops up as soon as you come here. This is my most highest converting opt-in on my blog. I used to have one up here like a ribbon. I used to have one over here like a right side panel. And then I used to have like a pull down. And the light box that I just X'd out of, it beat them all by a ton. Okay, these other ones just don't work very well. They're just not effective anymore. But the light box is still very effective, and you can get leads that way. Put that light box, set it for constant. Like it just constantly, until they opt in, it just keeps on popping up, right? Now, I know you're thinking, oh, that's rude. I don't want to do that. Look, man, abandon your beliefs. Abandon what you think is right or wrong, okay? I thought that too. I thought, oh, that's rude. I don't want to keep on making that pop up. Look, here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line. Do you see this diagram? All roads lead to the email list. Okay? Your business doesn't exist if you don't make money. Now, there's no reason to put time into a blog if no one's joining your email list. Okay? This blog is essentially a storefront for me. It's just the storefront. It's not the center of anything. Okay? Do you think I send people back to my blog to read articles? This article right here, how to go from 0 to level 60 Dragon Slayer, that article was sent out to my email list as a broadcast message. I put this article here to pull in leads via SEO from YouTube, from Google. I put it on Facebook as a simple text post to build audience around me on Facebook and to organically filter those people back to my blog, but not with a link back to this article, right? Just a simple post and Facebook groups to get people interested in what I had to say, right? And then I also I repositioned it as an email to my list, right? And what does it do on my list? It builds goodwill, right? So if you paid attention to what I just said, what you'll notice is on my blog, this article is built as serving SEO. It's for lead acquisition. It's to get people here to join my list. On Facebook, it builds audience. It builds authority. It gets people interested in what I have to say. I have breadcrumbs on Facebook that will lead them back to my blog. But I don't lead them back to my blog directly with this link to this article. Facebook wouldn't let me do it anyway. Facebook wouldn't show it to anybody. If I start dropping just links away from Facebook on Facebook, they won't show it to anybody. That's how the Facebook algorithm works. But the point is, this article, this piece of content serves a different purpose over on Facebook. It's just sitting there. It's native content on Facebook to build people around me, audience and authority. Okay. Then to my email list, it serves yet another purpose. It gets sent out to what? It gets sent out to build goodwill with my email list and keep them interested in what I have to say. Okay. That's when we come back to like entertaining, actionable content. You know what I mean? Once a week, I try to send an email out to my list, no matter what I'm doing. Once a week, I try to send something out, let them know, hey, what's going on, guys? And I give them some good actionable content, something interesting, something funny, something that'll help them. No matter how much the emails look like they might be about me, they're always about them. No matter what the story is about in the email, it always comes back to them. How can it help them? What's the takeaway from this? What's the lesson I learned from, my dog pooping on my shoes yesterday? What's the lesson, man? What's the takeaway? We got to bring it back to them. No matter how much it seems like it's about us, the content always needs to come back to the people you're giving it out to. Okay, so anyways, that's cool. So let's move on. So that's the blog. Okay, so the blog is there, and it's really a storefront for me, you guys. It's designed to pull in traffic organically and put people on my email list. Okay, with Facebook, I kind of covered this already, but with Facebook, I put content on Facebook. It's really the same content I put on my blog. I put it on Facebook to build authority, to build audience, and to organically kind of like filter people on a trail back to my blog. And you might think, well, how do you do that? Okay, well, look, let's go over to Facebook for a second. first thing you want to do is you want to join about 5 groups on Facebook in your niche that have at least 1,000 people in them, and are all about the niche you're in. Okay, so at least 1,000 people in these groups. They're all about the niche you're in, and they're engaged. People are talking in them. Okay, they're engaged. People are talking in them. And what you want to do is, at least once a week, you want to drop a piece of content on there, just to be a part of the scene, just to be a part of it, drop a piece of content in those groups. So like, just want to show you guys, I'll drop content on here. Sometimes it doesn't have a lot to do with my niche. It's just kind of meant to be interesting or funny. But it's always about something that, like, I think people in my niche might be interested in. Like this show, Dark Tourist, I talked about that. I feel like, a lot of people in my space are my target demographic would probably be interested in that show. It didn't get a lot of response. Only 3 people replied to it. This right here is supposed to be funny. These 2 dudes like getting all nervous about this lion, and you see 10 or 11 people responded. People, just kind of, it's social media. You're just being social. But now whenever I post something that's niche related, like this right here, it's very niche related, and you see it gets a lot of response. Okay, and people are responding back to it. People have to weigh in on it. They want to hear. So, but what this is doing, guys, is this is keeping me top of mind in these people's minds. Okay, you see, I got 4,000 people on this friends list. They all care about making money online. This is not a personal Facebook profile. This is my business Facebook profile. Okay, I opened this profile just for business. All right, now if you looked at where it says where do I work, it doesn't say where I work. It says connect with me here. Where does it connect to? It connects to a Facebook page with my name, right? Facebook page with my name and the exact same picture on that, the exact same picture right there. Okay, so what happens is I can run advertisements. I can run paid ads from this Facebook page. Okay, and it looks like it's coming from me. It's from me, so people recognize me. So it works. Okay, they're not being advertised to by a brand. They're seeing posts from a person. All right, so it's very helpful to come across as a person and not just some big brand. So anyways, what else? So yeah, basically you join those 5 groups, every day, give them 5 minutes. Give those groups 5 minutes a day. Just be a part of the scene, and like things other people have written that you think are interesting, you resonate with. Friend request those people. When you write something, when you ask a question or you say hi in a group or whatever, and people respond back to something you wrote, friend request those people. But don't friend request more than 5 to 10 a day on Facebook. Okay, so don't do more than 5 to 10, but every day do 5 to 10. Pretty soon, it's going to snowball, and people are going to start seeing your friends with their friends, and you're going to start getting a big old group of people who are all in the same niche you are on your friends list, right? And that's pretty cool, because then what happens is you're going to start noticing on your timeline, it's going to be like your timeline is a pulse for whatever your niche is. Whatever your niche is, you're going to start seeing a lot of content that's about that one subject on your timeline. And it's going to be like you can just log into Facebook and you can have like your finger on the pulse of the market. Pretty neat. So anyways, that's how that works with Facebook. What I wanted to show you really quick was your name is a link, and it's really the only link you need on Facebook. I showed you how I said connect with me here on my work thing, and it goes to my Facebook page. On my Facebook page, I have a link to my blog. Also on my profile, you'll see up here, what am I doing? I'm utilizing this advertising space, and I'm talking about my blog, epicconversions.com. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Let's move on. Okay, so next, YouTube. So how do we do? One last thing about Facebook, just to wrap that up. Basically the way you start that, join 5 Facebook groups with at least 1,000 members each that are getting engaged in. Join those groups every day. Give 5 minutes to each group. That's 25 minutes a day. Basically just go through there, see what people are writing, like a few things, comment on a few things, ask a question, leave a post something, whatever, and just friend request 5 or 10 people a day, and what you want to do is at least once a week, you want to drop some kind of content in there that's helpful, some actionable content, has some entertainment value for those people, something that is going to get a little response. Drop it in all 5 of those groups, and then when people respond to it, friend request the people who respond to it. Say hi. You start to build a network that way. Okay. The other thing you want to do on Facebook is whatever your niche is, you want to find the influencers in your space, the people who got big blogs, the people who are doing blogs, they're influencers, the people who got YouTube channels, the people who are launching products. You want to find those people on Facebook, and you want to friend request those people and start to kind of, break the ice with them a little bit. You want to break the ice and start to kind of form a friendship with them a little bit. You want to start to, get to know the influencers in your space. Okay. The other thing I would talk about with free traffic is YouTube. YouTube is a platform. It's very competitive in 2018. One second, guys. Let me take a drink of water. YouTube's a platform. It's quite competitive in 2018. And let's just talk about how you can make traction on how you can get results on YouTube in 2018 with free method. Okay. So with YouTube, you want to niche down. Okay. You need to niche down. You don't want to make a channel about affiliate. You don't want to make a channel about internet marketing. It's not going to cut it. You might not even want to make a channel about affiliate marketing. That still might not cut it. You might want to niche down to as far as like CPA affiliate marketing or product launching, digital product launching, or something like that. You niche down. Okay. And that's been like that for a while, but the point is you want to niche down a little bit. When I got into the health space, I took a YouTube channel to 9,000 subscribers, and all I did was post a video once a week, but I niched down on my channel. I made it just about the NutriBullet. It was only about NutriBullet. That's it. NutriBullet's a blender. So I just talked about this blender. Every week I made smoothies in this blender. I made a smoothie in this blender. Can the NutriBullet grind coffee grounds? Coffee beans? Can the NutriBullet make rice flour? Can the NutriBullet crush ice? How to make a strawberry banana smoothie in a NutriBullet? Stuff like that. I would just do videos about this NutriBullet. Every week I do another video. It was a 1-a-week video. Not the best quality or anything, but I was so niched down that I didn't have a lot of competition. So anybody who was interested in the NutriBullet gravitated towards my channel. So you can do the same thing in any space. If you're into product launching, you can create a YouTube channel just about, digital product launching or product launching on Warrior Plus or whatever. That's really niched down. There's not going to be a lot of other channels out there that are doing the same thing as you. So you're going to get all the people that care about that one subject, and you just focus on making videos about that one subject. You could do, to me, like, I think making a video once a week that helps people and then spending the rest of the week promoting that video in different places is a better use of your time than making a video every single day. And I'm talking as someone who has done it before. I've done once a week before, and I did every single day for 126 days. I started a new YouTube channel, did 126 days of daily vlogging, and, it was tough, and I didn't get tons and tons of traction from it. But what I did get traction from on that channel was like building a network of other people who had YouTube channels that had like maybe a few thousand subscribers, and they weren't having a lot of comments. They were getting maybe like 1 or 2 comments is all they had. And what I did was I just go around to like 15 or 20 of those channels, and I'd make my rounds every day. And then whenever they put out a new video, I would make sure I watched at least 2 minutes of that video. I would make sure I commented on that video, and I would always thumbs up the video. And doing that allowed me to do 2 things. That allowed me to, number one, form a relationship with the person who created that content, the person who was doing that YouTube channel, because they inevitably, almost all of them, would visit my channel, okay, and subscribe me and comment on my videos. And then the second thing that did was that allowed me to be a part of the conversation that was happening in the comment section on YouTube. So when you're showing up on those videos, you're a part of the conversation, because that's social media again. You know, the comment section on YouTube is a very lively place. That's where all the action happens on YouTube, in the comment section. And your name is a link back to your channel. So you don't need to say anything about, hey, visit my channel. Hey, check out my channel, and drop a link. You don't need to do that. Your name is a link back to your channel. So all you need to do is show up and be a part of the comment section. You know, comment on the video. You know, now if an opportunity presents itself, like they talk about something you talked about recently, they say, oh, wow, this is a cool video, man. I just talked about this not too long ago on my channel. I guess great minds think alike. You don't have to drop a link. You can just say something like that. And if people read that comment, they're like, oh, cool. And they're going to go click on your name and they're going to check out your channel. So all you have to do is helpful and insightful in the comment section. That's it. You know, and you'll pull people in like that. So that's what I'd say about YouTube when it comes to free traffic driving methods. Make the best YouTube videos you can make, but don't go crazy. You know, don't be like, oh my God, you know, look, I made tons of YouTube videos, you know, without a crazy expensive camera. I had a simple iPod, and I made videos with that. You know, so, and it was fine. It wasn't a big deal. No one ever really complained much about camera quality at all. You can make lots of money making videos just with whatever. I mean, I think the important thing is the content itself, like what you have to say. What is the point of your video? If you have a point to the video, if you have a point, you know what I mean? If you can have a point to the video, I think that's the main thing. And I would say, if I had to say, you know, 2 things that you should have in every video, you should have a point to the video, and then have a takeaway. And what I mean by takeaway is an opinion. Have a point and have an opinion. You know, if your point is to give us 5 of the best autoresponders in the world, that's great. Go ahead and review them. But you better have an opinion. You better have an opinion on what's the best. You know, because the fact is, people follow opinions. They don't follow facts. They don't follow didactic information. They don't follow didactic information. They follow facts. They don't follow didactic information. They don't follow facts. They follow opinion. So you need to have an opinion when you're doing YouTube. All right, that's the bottom line. Okay, so another thing I would say about YouTube, and YouTube, guys, I could do a whole course on YouTube. I just want to talk about it briefly here and give you some good pointers on getting traffic with YouTube. Another thing I would say when it comes to YouTube is live streaming, like what we're doing right here, right now, this live stream video. You can get a lot of good engagement with live stream. If you commit to just doing like a live stream a week, that can really help a lot. You'll start to build a following. So you got to be consistent with it. That's the other thing I would say about YouTube. You got to be consistent, man. You need to put at least bare minimum a video out a week. And I do honestly believe you're better off putting 1 video out a week and working on promoting that video for the week. Whether that's going over to Fiverr and buying some social backlinks for the video, or you know, whether that's promoting in other places the video. But you're better off putting out 1 good video a week and promoting it all over the place, wherever you can promote it, than just like dumping out video after video after video every day on YouTube. That's what I'd say about that. So anyways, cool, man. Let's go ahead and move on to the paid traffic stuff. Okay, with paid traffic, I was always taught free to paid. And before I get into this, I want you to know I was always taught free to paid and paid to free. And if you don't know what that means, what it means is free to paid means you can drive free traffic to a paid product and you get results. And the reason why that works is because of what we said before. The free traffic that you're driving is coming from your social media properties, and you've already warmed that traffic up. That's why free to paid works. Paid to free means if you're getting paid traffic, you need to drive it to a free thing, not a paid thing. If you try to go paid to paid, what's going to happen is you're not going to have very high conversions. So free to paid, paid to free. So when we're talking about paid traffic, generally we're talking about how can I drive this paid traffic to a free resource so I can put people on my email list, because as you guys know, my whole business centers around email lists. Okay, so let's go ahead and expand this. I want to talk to you about a little bit about paid traffic. So Facebook Blueprint is the first thing I want to talk to you about. Facebook is an awesome place to run paid advertising, okay? The problem is there's a learning curve to Facebook, and you will spend money if you want to get good at Facebook. That's the bottom line. You think, oh, I can just spend $5 a day on Facebook. This is awesome. It doesn't work that way. You can spend $5 a day, but you're going to be working forever to trying to figure anything out. I mean, it's like you got to spend money to figure out what the heck's not working, and then you got to adjust it and get it working. The whole point is to get it to where you're not spending any money on the ads, but to do that, your funnel's got to be right. Your email series has to be right. The creative ads got to be right, and your market that you're advertising to has to be right. It's all got to be perfectly aligned. So to me, if you're going to run Facebook ads, the best place to start is right here at Facebook Blueprint. This is created by Facebook. These are college level courses that you can absolutely take all these courses for free, but you have to pay if you want certificates. If you want the certifications, you got to pay for those. You got to pay to take the exams, but you can take all the courses for free. They are awesome. They are done by Facebook themselves. So these are high quality courses, and they're absolutely free. So if you want to learn Facebook advertising, I suggest you take this stuff. It's like going to college for Facebook advertising. It's very helpful. It's a good place to start. Start here before you go to any paid courses on Facebook, okay? Because this is worth more than any paid course I've ever seen on Facebook. So this is very good stuff right here, okay? Very, very professional level stuff. Okay, now, next. So Facebook Blueprint to learn about Facebook. And then let me see how I want to. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is Kern's intent-based branding, because so I was studying Kern a lot lately, and I thought something he said was pretty profound. What he's doing right now is intent-based branding. That's what he calls it. So what he does to do this, and I haven't tried this yet, guys, but I'm going to tell you what I know. Okay, so what he does is he posts a video on Facebook that's just a good video. He says it's usually between 8 and 10 minutes. Between 8 and 10 minute video. Step 1. Between 8 and 10 minute video of goodwill content. That is very helpful. Right? That's what he does. He puts that on his face. He posts that on Facebook. And then what he does is he, step 2, puts that video in front of a market with Facebook ads, right? With Facebook ads. He puts it in front of an audience. Instead of market, let me just say audience with Facebook ads. Okay, so he uses ads on that free video they put on. Now there's no pitch. This video doesn't have any pitch or anything like that. It's just a simple video. He posts it on Facebook. It's pure goodwill. It doesn't lead off of Facebook at all whatsoever. Then he puts it in front of different audiences to see where it gets the most traction. But what happens is with Facebook, Facebook tracks how many people watch your video, and they watch how many people watch the whole thing, or how many people watch like 10 minutes of your video, right? They track all that. So then you can be like, okay, so all these people who watched my video, let's say you put it in front of like 3,000 people. You put the video in front of 3,000 people, and it helps them how to do something, right? Helps them figure out how to do something. You put it in front of like 3,000 people, and like 2,000 of them watched it, or 1,500 of them watched it all the way through to the end. Now, Facebook lets you actually send ads to all the people who watched that video all the way through, or the people who just watched your video, period. So step 3 is send paid ad that would go to a sales page to all the people who watched your whole video. So the idea behind it is the people who watch the whole video, they already know who you are. They're already engaged in what you're talking about. They're already engaged in what you're talking about because they watched your whole video. They're going to know you. So now if you send ads to just those people, you're going to have a higher chance of them clicking through and a higher chance of them buying whatever's on the other side, right? So Kern is basically saying with his intent-based branding, he doesn't want to even, he's bypassing the email list altogether. So he's bypassing the email list. He's going straight from ad to sales page. And the way he's doing it is by warming them up with this goodwill content and then just focusing on the people who resonated with him because they watched all his content. So that's basically the 3-step formula that Kern's intent-based branding uses, and he said he's having great results with it. So, and I haven't tested it yet personally, but it looked pretty awesome, and it seemed like it made a lot of sense to me. So that's a way that you could do paid advertising and bypass email lists. Okay. So now this right here, to do these paid ads for this free content, it's going to be very cheap. But to do this ad that leaves Facebook, it's going to be more expensive, but you should have higher results because you're sending it to people who watched the entire video right here. So anyways, that's Kern's intent-based branding. If you want to know why it's called intent-based branding, because it's branding him with the intent to sell. If you think about that, that's what it's doing. It's branding with intent to sell. It's not just branding for the sake of branding. It's branding with the intent to sell. That's why it's intent-based branding. Anyways, cool. Very cool. The next thing I want to tell you about, I want to get away from Facebook for a minute, and I want to talk about this thing called lead serve ads. Okay. So lead serve ads is a place where you don't pay for clicks. Most of the time when you buy like solo ads or whatever, you're paying for clicks. Like I buy like 100 clicks, and then like it's up to me to make sure my opt-in page looks good and that it can convert. And hopefully if I send 100 clicks, I can convert it like 50% and I'll get like 50 opt-ins. Now the industry standard is like 30% on an opt-in. On an opt-in with cold traffic or solo ad traffic, the standard is like 30%. So if I buy 100 clicks, standard says I'm going to probably get like between 30 and 40 emails. Okay. So as you can see, that can be pretty expensive. It can add up pretty quick. So lead serve is kind of cool because you don't pay per click. You pay per opt-in. Lead serve has you pay per opt-in, and you can get them as cheap as 40 cents per opt-in. That's pretty good. You think about it. When I buy solo ads, I try to buy them no more than 35 cents a click, but this is 40 cents an opt-in. That's a game changer. It's a big deal. And you can get pretty good leads here. They are cold leads, and you do have to warm them up. You have to send them through an engagement series. If you want a good engagement series, I sell something called Email Fire. I sell something called Email Fire. I'll put a link to that below somewhere if you want that. Or just reach out to me by email and ask me about it. But that's a good email engagement series. It's built, that email series is a 30-day email sequence. It's made and it's designed to warm up cold traffic. So if you're doing something like lead serve or you're buying traffic from anywhere else, you want to run them through an engagement series like Email Fire. Okay, just keep that in mind. Lead serve is pretty cool, and you can get leads pretty cheap. You can build an email list pretty fast. If you want a good course about lead serve, Jeremy Kennedy put out a course called Guaranteed Subscribers, which I think is a great course. I'll put a link to that below. I'm gonna put this stuff in recommended resources. That's what I'm gonna do. Email Fire and Guaranteed Subscribers. I'll put that stuff in recommended resources below, you guys. Guaranteed Subscribers basically walks you through how to set up an ad and use lead serve ads to get the cheapest leads possible. So yeah, pretty cool. Lead serve is great. If you need to build an email list fast, just keep in mind, guys, it's nice, it's cheap. Those leads are responsive, but they are cold. You have to warm them up. So anyways, I would recommend a 30-day email sequence to warm them up. Okay. Like Email Fire is a 30-day email sequence. It's 20 emails. So it sends out 5 emails a week. And it tests click-through and it tests engagement. So just keep that in mind. Anyways, cool. Let's talk about solo ads. All right. Solo ads. Okay. Here, so when it comes to solo ads, when I say solo ad, if you don't know what I'm talking about, first of all, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you might not be ready to mess around with solo ads because solo ads can be a little bit expensive. That's the first thing. How's my time doing? Okay. Solo ads can be a little bit expensive. But if you don't know what solo ad is, basically that's where you pay someone a certain amount of money for them to send out an advertisement to their email list to send traffic to your offer or to send traffic to your free offer or your paid offer, whatever. You pay them a certain amount of money. They send out an ad for you to their list. That's called a solo ad. Usually you pay per click, right? So what that means is you pay in advance, like you buy like 100 clicks or you buy like 1,000 clicks and they're going to say, okay, well, it's, 50 cents a click. So if you buy 1,000 clicks, that's $500. And what you pay in advance, and then they're gonna send 1,000 clicks to your stuff. And if you're buying solo ads, I'm going to talk a little bit about it here, but you have to make sure that you know what you're doing before you start messing around with it. Because if you don't, you're going to lose a bunch of money. I mean, that's the bottom line. They're not cheap. They are effective, but they're not cheap. But they're only effective if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to lose a bunch of money. So, put it this way. If you want to do solo ads, don't stop your solo ad training here. You want to go through a couple of courses or at least one course on solo ads before you start diving into solo ads. Okay, that's what I would say to that. I have an 8-step action guide for solo ads, and I'm going to put that below. So I'm going to put that in the bonus section, 8-step action guide for solo ads. So you guys can use that also to help you. But anyways, where do you find the vendors if you want to buy a solo ad? I'll tell you best place to go. Go to Facebook, man. Go to Facebook. There's a lot of places you can go to Udemy to buy solo ads. There's a lot of places out there you can go, but I think the best place is Facebook solo ad testimonials, right? Solo ad. Solo ad testimonials. Things moving slow today. Solo ad. Here's solo ad sales testimonials. Right. Let's go into that. Man alive. It's a long module. All right. So solo ad sales testimonials. These are the kind of groups you want to go into. These testimonials groups where you can find solo ad vendors, right? And then you see $20,000. You see 20,000 members. Join that group. I can't see the post because I'm not joined the group yet. I need to find the groups I'm in. Solo ads. Where's my freaking solo ad groups? Here we go. Solo ads testimonials. There we go. That's the one I usually go to. Solo ads testimonials. This is where I usually get solo ads from. But anyways, and people just post testimonials. Solo ad clicks. Ordered 12,000. Clicks received 13,000. Opt-in rate 34.7%. So, and this guy he's doing a testimonial for this guy right here, Jazz Deep. Right? So what you do is, you find a good seller, you friend request them, you reach out to them privately and say, hey, would you be willing to do, 35 cents a click? I personally wouldn't pay more than 35 cents a click for solo ads. I wouldn't do it. I mean, the more you pay, the more expensive your traffic is. That's the bottom line. So anyways, you're going to get rejected at 35 cents a click, but you're also going to get people who are okay with that. So that's what I would do. With the solo ad thing. Okay, where to find vendors. Then let me talk about ClickMagick real quick. I don't know why I put these in this order. This is the wrong order. So ClickMagick, the reason I got this here, guys, is because you have no business buying solo ads if you do not have a ClickMagick account. Okay, that's the bottom line. You have to be able to track those. You got to be able to track those clicks. You need to be able to track those clicks. You need a solo ad. You need a ClickMagick cookie on your opt-in page. You need a ClickMagick cookie on the redirect page, the page you send them to after that. You need to know how many people are hitting that page, how many people are hitting the page after that that actually opt in. You need to know that stuff. Okay, so you absolutely have to have ClickMagick if you want to do solo ads. ClickMagick or some alternative to ClickMagick. You absolutely have to track. Okay, it is a jungle out there when it comes to solo ads. You can do great things with solo ads, and you can build your list quickly, but you can also get really ripped off, man. You can get ripped off. So you need to be able to track. You need to be able to track what's happening at all aspects. And the only way you can really do that is with like a software like ClickMagick or something like that. So, you know, and if you can't invest $144 for a year of ClickMagick, first of all, I'm not looking down on you. I understand what it means to be on a budget and not want to spend a bunch of money. But what I'm saying is, if you can't afford to spend $144 or however much ClickMagick costs right now for a year, dude, you probably aren't ready to mess around with solo ads. That's all that means. There's nothing bad. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean you're a big dork or anything. It just means you're probably not ready for that yet. Okay, that's all it means. So wait around till you're a little bit farther advanced and you are ready, and then start jumping into it. But you definitely want something like ClickMagick before you start messing around with solo ads. That's just the bottom line. I'm telling you guys that so you don't waste a bunch of money on solo ads and don't get any benefit. The next thing is funnel, guys. The next thing is funnel. When it comes to your funnel, so with the solo ad, it's important that your opt-in is right. You know, if it's not right, you're not going to convert at a high level. And if you don't convert at a high level, you're going to be wasting your money. Okay, so let me see if I can. Here's an example. This is an example of a so this is an example of a solo ad squeeze page that I use, okay? Infamous free video reveals my secret 28-step easy money formula. You guys, this appeals to a wide group of people. This appeals to people who want to make money online. It doesn't appeal to people who want to drive traffic. It doesn't appeal to people who want to do SEO. It doesn't appeal to people who want to do video marketing or YouTube or whatever. It appeals to all those people. You know, it's very wide stretching, all right? And it's like that on purpose so that I can increase my opt-in rate, okay? I want to pull in as many people who want to make money online as possible. And the reason I want to do that is because I want cheap cost on my clicks, okay? And I can sort them out in my email. I can sort them out in email. Right now, I want to get them on my email list. A lot of these people who make money online, you know, they're interested in all that stuff, man. They're interested in all that stuff. They're interested in trying to make money online, and they might be interested in things they don't even know exist right now. But that's going to be up to you to educate them in the email. So you're looking for a wide group of people right now who care about one broad topic. Okay. Notice I got a picture right here. It's not a picture of a product. It's not a cover for this video. It's a picture of me, right? Because I am trying to personalize myself. I'm trying to humanize myself. Okay. Watch video now, enter email. They just have to enter the email, right? Boom. Right. Now what happens, guys, is when they enter their email here, okay, what's going to happen is I'm going to send this to them by email. Okay, I'm going to send it to them by email. They're going to get it in their email inbox, the first thing they get when they check their email. But I'm going to redirect them to a sales page that is fairly high converting with cold traffic. Okay, it's fairly high converting with cold traffic. And the reason I do that is to help recoup some of my cost on the solo ad. It doesn't convert a lot, though. It doesn't usually convert a lot. I mean, you're not going to convert at like 30% on cold traffic. You know, it's going to convert like 5% or something. Like maybe 5% of the people who opt in might buy that low ticket thing on the next page when it redirects. So in doing that, you can recoup a little bit of your traffic costs. Okay. And then what you want to do is you want to give them the free thing in the first email, and then you start them on an engagement sequence, right? And you track what they're doing. After the engagement sequence, you send them into a promotional sequence, right? And in the promotional sequence, you still provide value, but you promote things, you know, and that's how that works. And then what you want to do is you want to track how many of them buy from you, right? You want to track how many of them buy from you, because what you need is you need their value over like a 3-month period. What are they worth to you over a 3-month period? Because if you can't figure that out, then guess what? You don't know if you're losing money or making money. You know what I mean? I mean, if I spend like $500 on solo ads in the last 3 months, how much money did I make off of that traffic in the last 3 months, right? How much did they make me? Because if they didn't make me at least $500, I messed up, and I need to adjust something in there because it's not working out. I either need to adjust my traffic source, or I need to either adjust my opt-in, or I need to adjust my my page that I send them to after they opt in, or I need to adjust my emails with better promotions. Something needs adjusted if I'm not recouping all my losses. All right. So that's what I'll say about solo ads, guys. I don't want to get, like I said, we could spend an entire, I don't know if I said this or not, but we could spend hours talking about this one subject. But you know, your funnel needs to be right. You know, don't start throwing tons of money at something unless it's right. And don't think that you can throw like $100 at solo ads and just all of a sudden you're just going to start making money. All right. That's not generally how it works, especially if you don't know what you're doing. Now, it works like that if you know what you're doing, but if you don't know what you're doing, it don't work that way. So there's going to be a learning curve to it. Okay. That's the bottom line. Then the last thing I want to talk about is my 8-step action guide. I'm going to put that 8-step action guide down below in the bonus section for you guys. Then the last thing I want to talk about here is Becker's YouTube method. So here's another one. It's kind of like Kern's intent-based branding. Alex Becker has a YouTube channel. So his thing is he publishes step 1, publish niche-related, even though I don't see him publishing niche-related content. He's publishing, let's just say publish niche-related content regularly on YouTube on your channel, right? Okay, so publish niche-related content regularly on YouTube on your channel. Do not have links off YouTube in description, right? Don't have links off YouTube in the description. YouTube monitors all that stuff. They want to keep people on YouTube, all right? Don't do it, all right? So he publishes content regularly on YouTube, niche-related content, even though I see him talking about like Star Wars and all kinds of dumb stuff. But I think at this point, he's just got himself a tribe. You know, he's got just a big group of people who like Alex Becker. And even though like he talks about making money online and stuff, he also talks about just off-the-wall stuff like Fortnite and Star Wars and just whatever he feels like talking about, he talks about. But he's got his tribe. But if you're just getting started and you want to utilize this method, man, I would try to stay on point until you got a big tribe built up like he does. He's got over 100,000 subscribers, so you know he can talk about whatever he wants. He's got a tribe of people. He's very charismatic too. He's funny and charismatic, so you know, if you're new and nobody knows who you are, I would try to keep it niche related, you know, but be yourself. I mean, if you're funny, be funny. I mean, if you're not funny and you're just like a normal dude, just be a normal dude, man. Just be honest and be yourself. But I would try to keep it niche related, especially when you're first starting out and nobody knows who you are. But anyways, that's step 1. Now step 2 is, start a second YouTube channel that is your name or something. It's so basically the second YouTube channel has a similar name to the first YouTube channel. That is your name or similar to first YouTube channel name. But probably just your name, probably just your name. Okay. Step 2, okay. And then step 3, run ads to your squeeze page or offers only in front of the videos on your first channel, right? Run YouTube ads. So he runs YouTube ads. From his second channel, but only in front of, he just targets his first channel. Like his big channel, he's got his big channel with over 100,000 subscribers. Then he's got his second channel that he does his advertising from. And he doesn't ever pitch anything on his first channel. He never pitches anything on his channel. There's no links out, and that channel's thriving and it's getting really big. Then his other channel, his second channel that he does all his paid advertising from, he only targets his first channel. He targets his first channel. So whenever people go to his channel to watch his videos, they see advertisements from him pitching stuff out of YouTube. It's pretty cool. And he says it works really, really well. So that's what he says. I haven't tried it, but he says it works crazy good. So anyways, that's Becker's YouTube method. He says it works really well, and it doesn't cost a lot of money to run those ads. So anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say about paid traffic, you guys. The last thing I would say about paid traffic, before I wrap this up, you know what? And let me just go ahead and gonna highlight this. This has been a really long module. I hope it's provided a lot of value for you, though. The last thing I want to say about paid traffic, guys. The last thing I want to say about paid traffic, you guys, is it would be smart to dedicate, if you want to get into paid traffic, and it's good because you can scale it, right? But it's bad because there's a learning curve to it, and it's like it takes money. It takes money, and it's funny because like free traffic is like it takes time to build things up to where people give a crap about what you're saying. But you don't notice it as much. Even though time is the most valuable resource in the world, it's like you feel more comfortable with it because you have it. But with money, it's like you start to feel weird. If you throw $100 at something and you don't see results, what if you spend $100 on a solo ad and like 50 people join your list, but nobody opens your emails and nobody buys anything? You kind of start to feel funny, like I just blew $50. What if you do that 5 times? What if you spent $500 and you got like 1,000 emails, but nobody's buying anything, or maybe a few people bought something and you made like $30 back. You made like $30 back, but you spent like $500 or something. So it's kind of like that makes you feel kind of funny. That makes you feel kind of weird. Like you're wasting your money, you're wasting your time or something. But the fact is, you got to push through that and keep on going and figure out how to get it to make more money and how to get it to make more money. And you got to keep on throwing money at it and figuring out how to get your money back. So I guess the best way to say that is, hey, you got to be ready to walk through the fire when it comes to paid traffic. You got to be ready to walk through the fire. That's the bottom line. If you're not ready to walk through the fire, and like when I say walk through the fire, I mean put your money where your mouth is. That's what I'm saying. When I say walk through the fire, I mean blow a bunch of money figuring it out. That's kind of what I mean. And if you're not ready to do that, then maybe paid traffic is not the best for you at this time. Maybe you got to stick to some free methods before you jump into that paid advertising. What I would say, if I were you and you are interested in trying to figure out paid traffic, what I would say is dedicate a certain amount of money a month to paid traffic. Give yourself an advertising budget. and spend that in different ways. Maybe this month, spend it on banner ads. See how that does for you. Maybe this month, spend it on solo ads. See how that does for you. See what you enjoy. See where you get the most bang for your buck. And then what I would say is attack that one thing. Attack it and see how good you can get at it. That's what I would say when it comes to that. All right, guys, that's all I got to say about traffic. I hope this has been helpful. This has been a super, super long module. I will be back with the wrap up for the Easy 23. All right, guys, peace.